I remember many years ago, a student talked to me. He said, I asked him where you come from. He said, certain college. And then later I know they have conversation among themselves, say, don't tell them we are from biblical college. Well, what's wrong with biblical college? Everybody can become the Buddha. But if you tell them we are from biblical college, they may treat you differently. They won't invite you to a lunch. No, I said, we don't differentiate like that. Every sentient being has that potential to become the Buddha. Does not matter what you believe in. Christianity, you are Hindu. Everybody has that potential. Do you have a mind? If you have a mind, you have that potential to become the Buddha. So you are the future Buddha. Everybody is a future Buddha. No exception. So if you are the future Buddha, how come we don't invite you for lunch? Because who knows, maybe one day you become Buddha faster than me. And then you can enlighten me. You come back and help me. Does karma give effect only at our next life? Or also could be resulted in this life? Good question. What is karma? First of all, what is karma? Karma is an accumulation of your behavior, your speech, and your thought. It's been accumulated since many, many lives ago. It's an accumulation. And if we just take a cross-section of this present life, whatever you have done in this present life, maybe you have done some killing, some lying, some cursing, and you've done some good stuff also, then you create karma. When you create karma in this life, if the time mature, because creating karma, that means you have sowed the seeds, the effects already. When would the cause come out? It depends on the maturity of the causes. It's just like when you plant a pear tree, an apple tree, they have different maturity time. An apple tree maybe in 2 years, a pear tree maybe 5-6 years, grape tree 2 years. So when would you get the result of the karma, the karmic result? We don't know, depends on the maturity. Some mature faster, some mature much later. So would you get the effect in this life? May or may not. Say if somebody kills somebody in this life, he got away. He won't get caught by the police, for example. You think he can get away with it? When they go into the next life, finally, he will have to repay it. So you may get the karma in this life if the maturity comes this life. It depends on different maturity time. It's just like if you're in a party, you talk to a stranger and somehow you get angry talking to that stranger. And then you scold each other, maybe you even fight. And then you don't see each other again. But somehow, next week you may see him again. And then there will be another heated argument, or something worse happen, or you may never see that guy again. It depends on the circumstances. We call it causality, causation. However, sometimes you can make an effect to happen faster, earlier. If you plant an apple tree, if you really pay attention to it, a lot of water, a lot of fertilizers, a lot of manpower, you put it in not a shady place, in a sunny spot, you spend all the efforts to make that apple mature in 2 months. It may be possible, or in this case, say, if it matures in 2 years, you have contributed so much work to it, it matures in 1 year. Why? Because you make it, you put in all the causes to make it happen earlier. It happened that way. Say, for example, if I want to, if I have I'm in grade 9, I'm in grade 10 now, and I have that intention of going to UPC, to university, or Simon Fraser or Douglas College, you name it. I have that intention to go to college one day, university someday. I want to be an engineer, a doctor. I have that intention. And I don't just wait there and doing nothing. My dad told me to work harder at it. So every day I really do my homework, I really work hard. In other words, you're contributing a lot of causes to make that dream come true. On the other hand, there were other students say, I don't really care. It depends on, so what, going to the university, so what? You don't really care about making these things happen. You're not germinating any causes to make it happen earlier, then it won't happen. So you are the creator of your own life. The concept of karma helps you not just religiously, it helps you in your everyday life. So the Buddhist teaching is a way of living. It's not a blind faith to believe in a God. It's a way of living. How do you lead a happier life? You can make things come true, creating your own destiny, creating more causes to make that cause to happen, to make the effect come earlier. So you ask me, will it come in this life or the next life? It depends on how hard you work at it. It may come through this life, it may come through in the next life. And karma is a concept that is very profound. We have individual karma and we also have common karma. There's two broad categories of karma. What is common karma? We all come in this world. We enjoy the air of Canada, the water of Canada. We enjoy the same supermarket, same way. We enjoy the same, we have facilities from the same hospital. We all having the same kind of common karma. You are in an underdeveloped country. You may not enjoy it as much as you are in a developed country. So the karma in an underdeveloped country is not the same as in a developed country. And we are now having the same karma of coming to the same country, enjoying the same democratic system, for example. The same supermarket, the same hospital, the same air, the same water, the same transportation system. There's common karma. However, in the common karma, everybody has individual karma too. We are living in Richmond, but you live in a $3 million mansion. I live in a shack. You are handsome and I'm ugly. You are clever and I'm stupid, for example. Everybody has individual karma too. Within common karma, you have individual karma. It's just like in a tsunami. Some people get washed away, and some people didn't get killed. Some people get killed, some people didn't get killed. Individual karma is different. Common karma is very massive. But within common karma, you can improve your individual karma. Through a lot of ways, you can improve your individual karma. So karma also has the time dimensions of the past, the present, and the future. Whatever you have created, the karma created in the past, it already happened. Don't get remorseful on it. Don't get worried about it. You just keep on purifying yourself. So in other words, if you have done some bad karma in your past life, but in this life you're so good, you're so considerate, you're so generous, that all these bad effects will not come out in this life. It may come out in a later life. In this life you may enjoy a better life because you attempt to change them. You are the creator of your own life, not God. You yourself created it. Don't blame God for what you've suffered. It's you yourself. You make it happen. You make it come to all these past things. Don't worry about them. Just attempt to change them. There are also heavy karma and light karma. Heavy karma are those karma that, for example, you have killed, you have committed serious sexual misconduct like raping, abusing. You know, all this heavy karma may immediately bring you to effect, immediately. Light karma, for example, you have blamed somebody and you have curse someone, but you really don't have a strong intention of cursing, then you have light karma. So you can research into Google it into karma to see different categories of karma. It helps you to build a better life. If you understand karma, understand reincarnation.
Can you have intentions and desires if you're not too attached to them, if you're not clinging to them, and have them not be harmful?
Not all intentions and desire are harmful. Sometimes you need desire. You can't eliminate and say all desires are bad. No. I desire to do good. I desire to be the Buddha. I desire to finish A student in university. You got to build up that desire. Only bad desire you don't want. I desire to kill. I desire to steal. I desire to slander. I desire to... Those bad desires, you don't build them up. Good desires, you have to continuously build up your good desire. Creating your good intentions. Anybody who do not have desire is not working well in his life. I don't desire to do anything because he mistakenly taken the Buddha's concept of emptiness as not doing anything. Emptiness gives you the positive feeling of doing more things, but you don't attach to them. For example, I desire to go to university, and I desire to go into medical school, and I tried very, very hard. I couldn't get into medical school. I got into engineering because I only have 91%. In getting into medical school, I have got 96. I'm short of 5 marks. But then I feel very unhappy. I kick myself, I blame myself. I become so negative that I want to commit suicide because I couldn't get into medical school. That's not a good desire. You cannot attach to your desire. You have to analyze the situation. You have tried your best already. You get into engineering. What's the problem with engineering? You need civil engineering. You need a lot of engineers to work out to help the society, not just doctors. So you have to learn to have desire, but you don't attach to it. You understand what I mean? So okay to have desire. You need desire. You need a motive. You need to be motivated, but not desiring bad things. Now here comes a beautiful lady. Oh, it's really good. I desire to be friends with that lady, and I desire to have this relationship. I desire this and I desire that. That's not a good desire. If you have a sensuous desires that has no backing of it, it's unhealthy. It's unhealthy one-way love, for example. And you by all means, you do that to achieve your desire, you may commit a lot of criminal offenses. So you have to have desire. Don't eliminate your desire. You need desire to live. The right desire, yes.
Is that true that even good karma delays my enlightenment?
True. So if you have good karma, so you are generous, you're very considerate, and in this life you're so generous that you always want to. You give out all your money for charity. And for example, you're a doctor, you're an engineer, you're a doctor, you went out to the forefront of a battle and you help those wounded soldiers, and somehow you kill yourself. Now, Norman Bethune, he went up to the battlefield and helped all these wounded soldiers. Because of your good karma that you created, then in your next life, you become a very good person. Or you become a very rich man, a very healthy man, because you enjoy the good karma that you have done. Now, take for another example. According to the sutra, those who are billionaires in this life, they must have done a lot of philanthropic charity in their previous life, and they're enjoying a lot of money. But when they enjoy the good karma they sow in the previous life, they enjoy the karma in this life, they're so rich. When they're so rich, then a lot of people flock to them. They have more girlfriends coming because they want their money. They have billions of dollars. These friends want to get some from him, and he get associated with bad fellows, and he's done all sorts of misconduct. And then he roll into the next life again. Because of the good karma, he committed bad karma again. So this has become a loop. So the best is to purify of all karma, good and bad. Don't aim at going to heaven. You've done all the good karma, you may go to heaven. But heaven is not the ultimate place to go. You still have to go through reincarnation. The best is to purify it, not a trace of karma left. That's what we call nirvana. Even the good has to go. Even the good is an attachment. I've done a lot of good karma. Next life, I'll be pretty. Next life, I'll be handsome. I'll be rich. I'll be the king. I'll be the president because of the good things I have done. You're attaching. You're attaching to good karma. Even the attachment of good karma has to go. But it's important you build up good karma first. That's where I answer your question. You have desires. The first to set up is you got to have good desire. But the one who is looking for pure enlightenment, even the good desire, he would let go. Even the good desire is polluted. He will let go even the good. So the Buddha said, I have preached the Dharma, but I have nothing to preach. Because there's nothing to be obtained. Why would I advise you to obtain something? There's nothing to be obtained. That's true karma.
Yes, a car accident.
Yeah.
You get severely hurt. Is that a result of prior bad karma?
That's a result of a lot of causes, and could be the bad karma. A lot of causes make that happen. It doesn't happen without a cause. Because of careless driving, maybe because of the other guy at some drunken driving, or because of you, or because of many, many causes. It doesn't happen without a reason. And all causes come because of karma. Sometimes good karma, neutral karma, and bad karma. It doesn't happen without a reason. Everything happened with a reason. So what we should always do is build up good reasons, build up good causes, so that good result will come out. That's the first step. Always contribute to good causes so that the good result will come out earlier. You understand what I mean? So don't do bad causes.
So what I hear you saying is to do good causes and to live honest and pure, try to do the best I can, but not be attached to the outcome. Is that what you're saying?
Don't attach to the outcome?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have to attach to the outcome. By not attaching to the outcome does not mean that it will stop the outcome. The outcome will come naturally. The outcome is not determined by God or by Buddha. It's a natural cause. It takes its natural causation. So it does not matter what you attach to it. You attach to it, it comes. You don't attach to it, it comes. So why attach to it? It will come naturally. Yeah?
Just one point to clarify. So you're saying, but by attaching to it, don't you affect the outcome?
By attaching to it, by attaching it, it affects the way you see the outcome. It does not affect the outcome. It affects the way you see the outcome. Okay? Yeah. Yes?
The other side to suffering, and everybody suffers.
Yeah.
Number one on the Four Noble Truths. The other side of suffering is we're burning off unwholesome karma. So I'm in my bed with a flu. Well, the other side is I'm burning off past bad karma.
Yeah, you're burning up, yeah. You're burning off the saliva in your plucked up nose. It gets clearer and clearer. You're burning off, yes, you're burning off your bad karma. You're suffering now if you have the attitude, say, oh, I won't get remorseful about it. I don't kick myself and hate myself. How come I have a flu? How come it happened to me? I have an examination next week. Or I have an examination tomorrow, and now I have this flu. Oh, I shouldn't have this. I mean, you don't have to kick yourself like that. Yeah?
Also, the relationship between intention and karma. Maybe there is a wholesome intention, but the outcome is unwholesome through no fault of one's own. I had a good intention when I started the energy, but the outcome was unwholesome.
Yeah, it's a blessing in disguise. Yeah, we call it a blessing in disguise. So whatever bad things it comes, maybe there's whatever bad things that come, maybe a blessing in there. The good hides in the bad, and the bad hides in the good.
In Christianity, they believe in Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
In the actual beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Does Buddhism believe in an actual beginning?
It's a good question. Belief in an actual beginning has a contradiction in logical thinking.
Yes,
Water, for example, you scoop, a stream of water is coming down into a lake. And then you scoop that water and you say, where's the beginning of this scoop of water? And then you think, in the lake, the water in the lake under the sunshine evaporates and gets into the sky as cloud. And the cloud gets to a temperature, it condenses. When it condenses, it becomes raindrop. It falls back onto the mountain, and the mountain permeates into the stone and the soil, and then it permeates back to the water, to the lake. It seems to be a loop, but where's the beginning? You can't find it. Yeah. Chicken and egg, you don't know what's the beginning. Some people say dinosaurs are the beginning of life. And I said, where did dinosaurs come from? From the egg. Where did the egg come from? If you keep on doing this beginning, and also, if you think of a beginning, that there's a creator, there's a beginning, that means there's an end. Yeah. If there's an end, then there wouldn't be a beginning. Because when it ends, by definition, it ends, how come you have a beginning? So that's not a logical thinking. And the way I look at it, after pondering about it and reading quite a bit of sutras, knowing this, the origin of life, or more or less the origin of life, you really have to go beyond your discriminating thinking. But right now, the most important is not to find the beginning or to understand the end. And the Buddha gave a good example. Someone is crossing the road in a crossroad, and there was an arrow shot into his chest. Not right into his heart, so he's not dying, but he's wounded seriously. An arrow in the chest. And everybody is flocking up onto, oh, this guy is wounded. There's quite a few people and said, oh, he's wounded. Where did the arrow come from? And the other guy said, oh, it's from the east. No, it's from the west. And what is this arrow made up of? Oh, it's made up of the stone, and it's of wood, and there's a little feather in there. And how come the color is in red? They ask all kinds of questions about the origin. And then the man died. Because the first thing is rushed him to the hospital. You got to find a medicine first before he died. Not to inquire about the beginning of the arrow, what is the arrow made, and who made the arrow, and how come he got shot. And if you ask too many questions, you're already dead. That guy is already dead. So the first thing is to get the medicine to cure, to heal him. And the Buddha said, yes, you got to understand the healing techniques first. Do these healing techniques in meditation, in chanting, in precepts, in understanding the world, and how to practice accordingly to purify your consciousness, to purify your karma. That's the medicine that you have to apply first. When you get the medicine and you get healed, then you can come back to the crossroad and find out more about where the arrow comes from. What is the arrow made up of? How come it's a poisonous one? You find out because you have a chance to find out later when you get completely healed. Not at the juncture when you're wounded, and we are all wounded now with mental afflictions. We have that egoistic attitude, we have jealousy, hatred, fear, disappointment, greediness, you name them. We have all kinds of mental afflictions. We've got to heal them first before we can proceed. Not waiting. We can't wait anymore. Because if you wait too much, then you're dead. You roll into the next life. So don't think about the beginning. And also it's illogical to think about the beginning. Because a beginning means an end. And also it's very dangerous to think about beginning and end. That's a criminal's attitude. You know why? Because the criminal said, I can do whatever I want as long as I'm happy. If I'm pleased, I can do whatever I want. I can kill, I can steal, I can rape, I can do whatever I want as long as they satisfy my senses. I like to do it, I can do it. Because when I die, nothing exists anymore. Why don't I get more enjoyment? I want to enjoy my senses every day. Whatever I want to do, as long as I feel happy, I can hurt others. My intention is to satisfy myself. Because I come to an end anyway. You come to an end anyway. That's a criminal's attitude. And also, if you believe in a beginning and an end, you are not going according to the natural concept of causation. Because whatever there's an effect, there is a cause. So if it comes to the end, that means whatever causes you have sown will not have an effect because you come to an end already. In this life, I have done all kinds of evil actions, evil speech. I've germinated all these bad causes, and I died. No more effects. Then you're cutting causation, because every effect have a cause. Every cause has an effect. If you say there's an end, no more effect, then you're disrupting the natural cause, the natural philosophy of causation. Because it is cause and effect causation is a natural way of life.
Nirvana is the end of everything. There's no more effect and cause anymore.
Well, if you call nirvana is the purification of your karma. It's ending your polluted karma. As to whether it's an end to reincarnation. But we get into an enlightenment procedure that we have a whole wisdom of horizon of wisdom is open up to you. What you see in there, we have to get into nirvana to know about it. But right now we know that we have to get out of the prison first. Well, we're imprisoned. Our first thing to do is to get out first. And then you say, oh, I'm in prison now. I don't know what's the outside world is. I heard about freedom. I don't want to get out. I want to be in prison. So you never get out of prison. But what do you see when you get out of prison? You'll see later because you have the freedom. You can see the whole world. And you thought when a frog is at a well, it can only see the sky as that circle. When it was at the bottom of a well, the frog sees the whole sky is that circle only. When it gets out, the horizon is different. You're much wider. What would you see? I don't know. I've never been in nirvana. But I know that I got to get out of the well. I know that I have to get out of that well. I have to get out of prison. That's my first step to do.